Hey guys, and thank you for joining us live here at theStreamtv for the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. After Show. I'm your host, Brian, and to say that this is probably the most important, coolest show we've ever done would be an understatement. So let me remind you who's here. First, we got Daniel. Whoop, whoop.
That's what I just...
Yeah, no, that was good. Thought you were going with a mime thing today.
Right, I was.
And then we've also got Sarah joining us as well.
Hi. I don't have a light. I don't know where to look. Just a wave in this general vicinity.
And then it is a huge honor to introduce our special guest this week, Bethany.
Hi.
Hi guys, thanks for having me.
Oh.
Hey, Bethany, you were on that show thing that we just watched.
Yeah, oh, was I? Was I on that episode?
I don't know if you caught
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So,
I think I...
Bethany plays, I'm gonna say plays in quotation marks.
Going with it.
Stephanie Malik on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
At least for the rest of the night, I do.
At least for the rest of the night, depending on what coast you're on.
That's right.
How was it? Because, okay, you are surrounded by nerds right now.
Yeah.
And you got to, you were a part of the world that we all spent a lot of hours
Yeah.
watching, reading.
Obsessing.
Yeah.
No, I can totally relate because I wasn't like a comic or Marvel nerd, but I'm like a Twilight Zone freak. And so whenever, are you too?
Yes,
Dude,
yes, I
I can't
am.
even.
He likes that like a child.
But I
So you
know
get
what
the-
it's like
you
to
get
be
the
sucked
passion.
into the vortex of a show and like a world that you just believe in. And
So life
I
stops for
appreciate
you
your
when
enthusiasm.
when one of those marathons comes on. Life
It
just
does.
stops.
Honestly, there's nothing I'd rather do New Year's Eve than just go home and watch the Twilight Zone
There you
marathon.
go.
Yeah.
That's it.
Boring, most boring person.
I think that's how
Ring
all of us
about
grew
that.
up. It was that, and then on New Year's Day, it was the Godzilla marathon.
that's
Godzilla
true.
marathon.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh,
I've
yeah.
never seen Godzilla.
Oh, yeah.
Am I being excused right
No,
now?
no, that's what we're doing after the show.
I actually haven't either, so that's okay.
Okay.
Okay,
all right.
you two have homework.
Just
but-
the new one, does that count?
So, you obviously the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's a big deal. It's
Yeah.
making tons of money.
You think? There's a premiere up the
There's a
road
little
right now.
premiere going on 10 blocks away.
Oh, are they? Is that
Civil War.
Right. Okay.
What was it? Were you excited to be to get the
Dude,
to
I
get,
was
be a
so
part of this?
excited. Absolutely. I mean, I was excited to just get the appointment and went in and did my best with casting and walked out and kind of thought, all right, I don't know how that went. That was kind of weird, but I mean, not that anything was wrong. It was just, sometimes you leave a room as an actor and you feel like, okay, I don't know. And then
That happened.
Yeah, so that happened. I guess that was okay. And then yeah, I got the call and I was so excited. I was like, this is awesome. Nobody gets on a Marvel show. I'm so excited.
Okay, but how did that?
happened?
Did you know what part you were auditioning for?
They didn't know. I mean,
Okay.
I knew that what basically they had given me this. It was the scene, the very first scene that Stephanie has shooting and just talking with her dad, whoever he was, but it was all very, very vague, which is probably why I left the audition feeling a little confused because I didn't even really know what the scene was about and I didn't get any information.
You're just like, hi, Dad, I'm going to go shoot this gun now. This is great.
Right, and I feel like I'm maybe a little culty, maybe, and that's it. Yeah, so yeah, I wasn't sure.
Did you try to binge any episodes before going in the
I
audition?
did, yeah, because I wanted to know the tone of what.
Yeah.
Every show's so different, so I wanted to make sure I understood that. But it was so cool, and I mean, it got to set, and everybody was super nice. It's a really well-oiled machine there. Everybody is just keeping things moving, and really, really polite and kind. Very low drama environment, and
awesome.
I had a lot of fun. Yeah, it was really cool.
Just last thing, because I'm so curious how this kind of a conversation goes. Your agent calls. You're on the show. You got the part. You're the daughter of a really culty guy.
Oh God, if only you knew my personal life. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, I think it was exciting because nobody ever asks me to play a villain. And I can be so bitchy and mean. And I wanted to do it. Not really, but it was fun, and I wanted to be able to play the dynamic of. Making you feel for. I think so often people play a villain and they just sort of play the. It's really easy to just do the. I'm a bad guy.
Give that good
Right?
smirky
Yeah,
eyebrow.
zoom in. Let me that soap opera. Yeah, but I wanted to try and. It's fun to be able to try and give a character levels, and I hope I did that. I actually haven't even seen the episode tonight, so I know what happens because I did it.
Spoiler.
Just to let
They
you
did
know.
what to me? What did that kiss turn into? So sorry. Guys, I think I was fired.
It's like, well, after that skeet shotting, we just really weren't confident.
That's right.
We didn't like the way you held it and wasn't just
But I
straight
think
enough for us.
my most important question, though, are you really a Scotch drinker?
I am.
There we go.
I
There
have
it
a
is.
bottle of
Yes.
Macallan sitting in my little liquor
That's
cabinet.
Yes.
No,
Oh, right.
I'm good. I'm done. She's a Scotch drinker. There we
Yeah.
go, guys. That's
She won you over with that answer?
that's all I needed.
I also drink wine and tequila.
Oh yeah, no. But okay, we're gonna come back to your character specifically a little later on, but a lot of stuff happened this episode, guys. So
We're going to fill you in.
we're gonna fill you in on what happened and
Okay,
get your
let me know.
take on state of the team. Where do we find our team
They
this week,
just keep
guys?
getting stronger and stronger and smarter because they're figuring out this hive thing. Like, they seriously ate their Wheaties this morning.
Seriously, yeah.
They're
'cause
like, this is it. He's not Hive. Okay, he's not Ward. He is this guy. We're going to not name him. He's a they because he's apparently Voldemort now.
Isn't it?
He's
yeah,
he
they
who
do.
shall not be named. He is Voldemort.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
I just wanted them to call him a zombie.
He's not a zombie.
He is
He's
totally
not
a zombie.
No.
The corpse of Ward has been reanimated,
Yes.
and Simmons clearly said he can bring corpses back from the dead.
But
Zombies!
Zombies are not coherent.
Yeah,
Zombies
cannot-
live off of other beings, right?
but they are
Oh, that
still
is true.
themselves.
In the Marvel Cinematic Universe, or in the Marvel
Right?
comics, the
Comics,
zombies,
right.
Yeah, they are still.
they do
themselves.
retain.
They're not
the-
zombies.
What do they do
They're
on
not
iZombie?
parasites.
Don't they she eats the brain
She
and then
eats
she
the brain
takes on
and
the
then-
personality
yeah,
of the other
Yeah,
people?
exactly.
until she eats another one.
I don't know zombie rules.
They're different for. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, in the Marvel Universe,
She's a functioning
zombies
zombie because she eats brains.
keep their personality. So
High functioning zombie.
I just wanted
functioning
somebody. I
zombie.
wanted
Okay.
Coulson should have just been
don't agree
like,
with
great,
you, but
Ward's a
whatever.
zombie, in his very Coulson way,
That's true. That could have happened. That would have been acceptable.
because he always drops the pop culture references.
He does. It's true.
Okay, Mac is back.
Mac is back.
Yeah.
He's my faves.
That's like your theme song. Mac's back.
It is because I
We
love
saw
him.
the axe on
We
the
all know
wall
that I
too
love
for
him
a
so
moment,
much.
just for a quick moment. We saw the axe, and I was just like, "Is Max going to come in? What is he going to do? Is he going to grab the Mac? Is he going to grab it and start, just fighting?
gonna grab the
Is
Mac?
someone breaking in? And is he going to get to use the shotgun axe? That's all I wanted. I just wanted to see another
Who doesn't
shotgun
want
axe.
to use a shotgun axe?
See?
Sounds like a
It's actually a new spin-off they're working on. It's a buddy cop. It's Mac and Shotgun Axe.
It sounds like he's psychotic. He just sits there next to him. So what do you think we should do, shotgun axe? Oh, well, let's go ahead.
So it's his own Wilson.
Yeah, exactly. That's a scary Wilson.
You'd still watch it.
Oh, DVR, I'm watching it every day.
Yeah.
So special.
The rest of the team is pretty much just handling their business.
Yeah.
They're smart. They had a plan. They were very well prepared for the Iron Chef. I apologize. I can never. They say his name way too quickly, and I never catch
Is
it.
it Garrett? Is his name Garrett?
No.
No,
That's,
I'm making that up.
No,
I don't.
I-
It's fine.
don't think
Someone,
it's Garrett.
someone tell me what his name is.
He is from
What is his
the
name?
Iron Chef. So
Oh, he actually is from the Iron.
He's the host.
He's the host of the American Iron Chef.
I was like, why do I know this guy?
I can never remember his name, and it's always just
guy.
like. There's so many Malik, we know what the secret ingredient is.
He's always doing this thing with his hands, right? Like,
yeah, exactly.
yeah, okay.
That's him. So
Gira.
Gira.
Thanks, Martin.
Yeah,
Thank
makes
you.
sense.
They had a plan to deal with him. They thought it through. It was good.
It was good.
yeah.
So I guess we're saying that the team is doing well.
Yeah. Heading
Later
up.
on, it's actually the extras, the non-main Shield cast, who get them in trouble by leaving the belt buckle in there, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So they're the ones. It's the unnamed Shield agents who mess things up.
You drink some. Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, team's good. They're doing pretty good until the end. When the entire team gets kidnapped.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
That was
Not their best moment.
by Iron Chef.
By Iron Chef.
Just kidding.
just
Water, I'll be right back.
yeah.
Okay.
Feel like they could have had.
She has her daughter with us, and she's super cute, and she needs some water. She'll be right back. Don't worry.
Feel like they maybe should have put a lock on the door or planned for that better.
But how do they
you know
plan
what?
for that? Because
Exactly.
he has the telekinesis, and he's just like powering the ship. It's like Magneto. How do you stop that?
Because even if you did put the lock, like, all right, now that's unlocked.
Oh,
and you
Spanish
saw how
for
you
war.
pushed the ship and just, send him into a nosedive, just like, and now I'm fighting you, but
Well, that
And
was
that's-
he was just controlling the joystick.
Yeah,
he wasn't
but-
actually magnetoing the ship.
Well, no, it's just telekinesis. You can
I'm
move
just saying,
anything.
maybe 3 people could have at least tried to shoot him.
Maybe all of them could
could've
have tried to shoot him.
Anyone with a gun on them. Anyone. I mean,
Welcome back.
I know there's a rule about not firing a gun in a plane, but you could make an exception.
You're trained agents. I'm thinking you're a good shot. It wouldn't have been hard to, all right, let's just give one in the shoulder or something like that.
Wing him.
It's a huge part of body here, just, all right, there we go.
So that takes care of the main team. We're going to move on to Daisy and Lincoln. But if you are joining us via Twitter, use the hashtag AOSAS. We want to know your questions about the episode and if you have any questions for Bethany. But yeah, a lot happened. And Bethany, or not Bethany.
Yeah.
Daisy.
Oh, Daisy. Not me.
Not you. You were not out in the middle of the desert stepping on landmines.
Definitely not.
So they go to visit James.
And they should have had a guard watching him. That's a good point. Sorry.
They should
Oh,
have.
definitely.
They really should have.
Yeah.
That is a good point.
It
That's a
would
good
have
point.
made a lot more sense, and that would have done a lot for them. But no, they had no one watching him.
They're
at
like,
all.
he's in the magic box. He'll be fine.
Yeah. Sorry. I made the. Go back.
No, it's okay. So
I just
Daisy
read
and
I
Lincoln
said.
go visit James in his little bungalow out in the middle. Did they call it the Badlands?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's seems like doesn't have a lot of tourist activity going on.
Not at all.
So what do we think of James?
Well, he's ruggedly handsome. That's I guess that's a plus.
It is a
you know?
plus.
I'm
It's
just
always a
saying.
plus.
See, there you go.
Always a
It's
plus.
like one of those, hey ladies, how you doing? I'm ruggedly handsome. Not me, but him. Like not me. But still, nonetheless, I mean, you have that, and then he's bitter. The guy
very
is
bitter.
very bitter. He was like, fish oil, no powers, and he hates everyone.
Well, that just means
So-
that wasn't your lot in life.
Well, we don't know that he didn't actually get try the fish oil, because I don't know that the fish oil is common knowledge to people out in the world. Because he really did seem to jump at the chance for that crystal.
That's true.
that's
So
true.
I don't think the fish oil bit is common knowledge.
Part of me wishes that they would have given him the crystal and let him get a power,
Well-
or try to get a power, and then I wanted him to be ugly.
Yeah.
Okay,
Are you-
okay,
yeah.
okay. Go ahead.
We're gonna nerd out. We're gonna nerd out real quick.
Here it
Please
comes.
do.
In the Secret Warriors
This is what
comic,
I
which
don't know
so much
anything.
of this is based on, there is a character on the team named James.
Okay.
JT. His name is like James Thomas James,
James,
right?
yeah.
It's poor parent naming skills on his parents, but
Bleh.
he gets powers. His name's Hellfire. He's, I don't know. It could have easily been this character.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, that would have been a very cool power to see on the show.
Oh, definitely. Just like fire all around you.
Of
and
course,
everything.
this
Pretty
is a character that I thought, who was the guy who's on the Secret Warriors they introduced in the very first episode of this arc?
cool. Ooh,
I'm
geez.
Oh, the guy
blanking
with the
on his-
eyes? The Medusa guy?
No, the
no.
guy who actually melts stuff.
Oh, he melts, like, he only, like, bends metal to his will and then changes it? That guy?
Why have I blanked on this human being?
Yeah, he'll be in the episode next week.
Or
Yeah,
inhumane. Oh,
he'll
look
be,
at you.
he'll be on there next
Look
week.
at you.
Anyways,
you.
it's very
Fine.
possible they could have let him be this guy. It's very possible they might still want him.
That's a possibility.
It's a
I mean,
possibility.
they just left him alone in the desert in his trailer
with
with his landmines.
with his. Well,
Yeah.
they blew up a lot of them.
He probably's got more in the back.
I mean, who doesn't?
I'm just saying.
I was just
More
going to say
landmines
that,
in the
like,
back.
I mean, the
A
possibility
crazy
of
man
him
like that
having,
has a ton of
the
them.
possibility
just hiding.
of being
He's got
some,
sawed-off
you know,
shotguns.
exactly.
He's got bear traps. Like, he has everything. He's set.
bear
We're not
traps.
worried
He's
about
like,
him.
oh, look at this pelt. You know,
Which
he's
in
ready to
retrospect
trade
was probably not a
cheese.
good investment. I don't think there's too many bears in the desert of South Dakota.
Yeah, no.
But
Joey.
Joey, that is,
Nailed it.
yeah,
See,
thank you
this is why
guys.
the chat's
thank
so
you.
helpful.
Because they remind us of
Thank
everything
you guys.
we forget.
Thank you so much.
So,
They're awesome.
do you guys think it's a possibility that they will go back for him?
They can't. I mean, why
I just want everyone on the show to be someone from the comics. I think I've said that
I know you
before.
do. I mean, if they're not going to kill him, then why introduce him?
Yeah, they've set him up for a possible.
Very true. Very true.
Like, no.
Coming
That's
back
sort of
later.
a history. I mean, in terms of where it's in its third season right now. So has every character sort of shown? I haven't
would
seen
say
the
a
whole
lot of
thing. I
them.
watched like a season, but I haven't seen all the stuff from.
You know,
one, two.
every character hasn't shown abilities. They've been very specific about characters who have.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But really, if they introduce a character and they don't die,
Yeah.
then there's a good chance they're coming back.
Yeah.
So,
That's usually the case. I
Yeah.
mean, so hopefully he'll show back up, and if he does, it would be cool. I'd like to hear him talk about his time in the wilderness, you know, trading wheels of cheese and pelts, you know, whatever. That would be interesting.
For cheese and
Look what I got. You know,
amazing.
I don't know.
So special.
so hopefully we'll find more out about this character, James, later. But that takes us to everything Hydra that happened this week. So this was a big episode for Malik,
Yeah.
the Malik family.
Yeah. For Hydra in general.
Yeah,
It was
so you had
massive.
to give your dad, played by Powers Booth, a ton of pep talks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were really his emotional center. Powers Booth is an incredible actor. So how is it
amazing
being,
name.
you know, because the dynamic there, that father-daughter, but also he's raised a strong daughter.
Yeah. I think it helped that we both are Texas people. And we talked a lot about that. Powers was very engaging right away and just kind of welcomed me in and really wanted to work on the scenes and work on the material and find all the beats and find the moments. And, you know, which is so refreshing, actually. Because, I was on a show for 10 years, and it does become routine at times. You just kind of get the pages in and you just kind of, okay, here's the lines I have to say them. When can I go back to my trailer and work on that thing I'm writing or whatever, you know? And I mean, the reality of it is there are days when it just becomes a desk job, and it's so great to come onto a show where the series regulars are still so excited by their job and still so committed to the material and into it every day. It's so cool. And he was really warm and welcoming, and taught me a lot about the characters because I didn't, there's a lot I still had to learn. And yeah.
Just a question. You said, like, for example, he taught you about some of the characters, at least the cast did. How knowledgeable are they? Do they go in on just like, well, this happened, and in the mythos, this is that? Like,
Yeah, no,
do
they
nerd
know.
out like us?
Oh, they know. Yeah, yeah, they know exactly
cool.
what they're doing. Yeah. It's intimidating. It's super cool.
Wow.
Both being Texans, was it easy to get that kind of father-daughter relationship going on?
Yeah, I mean, it felt like we fell in seamlessly. So I'm trying to think of anything else I really have to compare it to, but it seemed pretty easy for us. We just chatted a lot, and he's a great storyteller. He's got great stories because he's been in the business forever.
Yeah.
He knows everybody. For One Tree Hill fans out there, Powers and Barry Corbin, who played Whitey on the show I was on. They know each other, and
That's so
Texas
cool.
guys that go way back, and just great stories of having been around. Yeah, sorry, I keep saying and like I have more to say, but then I don't. So.
Really quick, knowing you're both Texans, And I say this is.
I'm
just
Texas and New Jersey, so like in
No,
fairness,
that's
I left Texas when I was little, so that's why I talk like this sometimes.
I was at a family reunion in Texas, and what did they do for fun? But skeet shooting. So seeing you two doing that, knowing you're Texas, you got this Texas in your blood. It's like, oh yeah,
true.
I buy it now. It's,
Yeah,
oh,
This is what they do.
this is what they do.
Yeah.
But so the kind of one of the big freakout scenes for a lot of people tonight was we see the transformation of Ward. We only get the kind of the side and back of his head, and obviously he didn't really transform. I mean, did he? Did he transform? Really?
We don't know. We don't know.
What is Brett Dalton really like? Well, what did they? Well, like,
did.
okay,
I mean,
pretend Brett's face is now.
Did they just?
Yeah, like what did they do basically, right?
Just like, pretend Brett's ugly now.
No, I think
can't do
we
that.
did one take, and it was sort of like, I think it was just sort of anticlimactic. I think everybody just didn't really give. Well, obviously, we didn't give the director what she needed, and so she's like, cut. And then I feel like I remember the AD saying, "You guys, it's really scary."
Like here's an image.
What is this? So the production designer came over and showed us. He was like, "Oh yeah, here, look." And then he flips up this board, and we're all like, "Ah!" And she's like, "Yes, that's the reaction. Okay, rolling."
That would have been important to know first.
Yeah, right?
I don't know. I think who knows? On set, like people have so many things to do, and sometimes things just slip. I mean, I don't know.
Like, I'm just gonna imagine. What did you think he looked like before seeing that?
It's described in the script. So I mean, there's that for sure. It's like the tentacles come out, and that was all described. So we all were using our imaginations, but it does.
Some people
really
just aren't as scared of tentacles as others.
Think of an octopus.
I'm just craving sushi now.
Like
Davy Jones.
But apparently, what was so funny for me is, when they told me that, because I was doing the whole like terrified reaction, they're like, no, you're into it. I'm like, oh, I don't know which version they used, but I was like, oh, this, I want this calamari dude, this like octopus. Okay,
I think it was a good blend of that because you weren't scared, like you were not terrified.
Okay, so they didn't use that take. They used the take where I was like, power hungry.
See,
Power hungry, yeah.
There you go.
Well, this plays off of that first scene we got of you in like the tag of the episode before, where you're like, oh, I want to meet this guy.
Right.
It's like just everything about
Didn't
him
know he was so
intrigues you. It's
handsome.
that he's kind of an alien, but he's in a human body, and there's this weird stuff about him, but he's powerful, and he is the fulfillment of everything your family's been doing.
Yeah, it's a big build-up for that family, for sure.
Oh, definitely.
I mean, it's like the culmination of everything they've been working for.
Exactly. That's what made it so cool.
Yeah.
So that also made that first kiss so magical.
It did. It was so magical, and then it wasn't magical.
So, if you haven't seen the episode, I don't know why you're watching this, and you'll watch it later.
Yeah.
But spoilers. So this happened.
So sad.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
The picture actually doesn't really explain what's going on,
I hope
but
that's not in the control room right now. It probably is. My daughter's gonna have nightmares. Don't let her see it. Don't let her see it giggling.
so
She's probably laughing at her princess game.
if you don't understand what that is happening, this is Ward was using his "I'm going to disintegrate you" powers.
Yeah.
His parasites.
His parasites, because we learned that this week.
Something.
It's like venom.
Yeah.
When you found out in your big episode that you died,
Yeah.
allegedly.
We have theories.
Again, I haven't seen it. How did they cut it? Like, did I fall to the floor and they like disintegrate my body, or did I like drop out of frame, or what happened?
They don't show you.
Yes.
Oh, really?
It just
Yes.
kind of happens, and then you fall down.
Yes, I
and
remember
then,
falling.
And then it cuts
and
to
then it cuts to
powers.
Mallet. To your father, and he's like, now you know about the sacrifice.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it doesn't actually show you, which kind of feeds into what we think could happen.
Oh.
We kind of see the deterioration of around the eyes and then close to the mouth, but then
But it
that's
glows. You don't
Yeah.
turn into like the bloody
Exactly.
skeletons.
Yeah,
Like, have you
you
seen
do.
what his victims
Oh,
turn
yeah,
into?
yeah, I saw
Okay.
that on the
Yeah.
last episode.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that didn't happen to you. Or at least they didn't show
They
that
didn't show
happening
it.
to you.
Interesting.
So that's why people who remember our theory about your character before, Madam Hydra.
Is that badass chick with the black hair and like the big boobs and the green thing?
Yes.
I feel like I've seen that before.
We knew right away
Yes.
based on your description of the green thing, because that's
That's what we
in the
know.
comics. She dies, but is brought back to life by Hive.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yes.
And then has a crazy octopus squid thing on her head. So you are in for some amazing makeup.
See, we're just hoping that this happens.
That's what we want. Because like,
That
she's
would be
also,
cool.
In fact, if I could, I'm going to be bold enough to do it and just say, 3Bs, bring back Bethany.
Yeah.
Make that a hashtag. Make that a hashtag.
Bring back
Let's make
Bethany.
that trend now. Bring back Bethany. Guys, if you guys make her Madam Hydra, you can continue with the story. That would be amazing. Make it happen. This is me pleading to you, America. Please, write in. Bring back Bethany. Make that happen now. That's all. Okay.
he's the best salesman ever.
Brought to you.
Your voice matters, America.
Exactly. Your voice matters, America.
Bethany, 2016.
That's really
Well, because weren't they talking about how there is someone that can bring them back from the dead, and there's like
That's what Shield, that Fitz and Simmons were talking about this entire episode, is Hive can bring people back to life, essentially, and it
So he
happens
has the power to resurrect people too?
kind of.
Has he done that yet? Has he brought someone back?
Essentially, he's
Ward.
kind of brought Ward back to life because he has all of his memories.
Well, yeah, but he does that with every body that he like
latches on.
Yeah.
absorbs
The
or whatever.
travelers.
Although-
But do the travelers have to be dead in order for him to jump into their bodies?
In the comics, no.
Okay.
But he does bring Madam Hydra back to life.
That's great.
Yeah. So,
So it would be great.
did you want to let us know what episode you're going to be on next? I mean, we know
that will
Marvel's really
happen.
strict on giving away secrets.
They
so.
are. They totally
Exclusives.
are.
So I mean, you can just like blink twice, and we'll be like, got it. No
Season
problem.
finale. Got it.
They're
I get
so
what's on
secretive.
them.
There's like the video village is like tented off, which is the monitors where
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
showing back what the cameras are rolling, and it's all tented off. And I went back after my first scene, and I just was like, hey, is there? And I like pulled back the thing because I just had a quick question, and a couple of the writers were sitting back there with scripts in their laps. They were like. I mean, they had to be like 10 feet away from me. And they were like, like, okay, I'm gonna go. I'll go.
And then the armed security came to us like, excuse me, ma'am, who do you think you are? No, I'm in the show. It's okay. Yeah, no.
No,
Right.
I mean,
We've
they're
heard
all
that
so
before.
great. They're so nice. It's just they are serious about those secrets, which I would be too. I mean, if I was like
Absolutely.
responsible for the kind of fandom that you guys
yeah.
subscribe to and that you're passionate about,
We're
you
not
know.
obsessed.
No, but like it ruins a surprise for you if people find out and they talk like haphazardly or not
Yeah.
casually or
Oh, yeah.
whatever. You know, it's important.
True.
So we are going to take a quick commercial break, guys. Don't forget to get those questions to us, hashtag AOSAS. Also, if
Got
you're
it
in the
right here.
chat, we got Sarah is monitoring that. I know she's pulled some questions so far, but we're gonna come back with questions and discussion for Bethany about the show, what she's thought of it, just everything
There's
else.
gonna
So
be more.
we'll be right back.
Lots of things.
Hey guys, welcome back. Great episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. this week, and it's even better here for us because we have Bethany Joy Lenz in studio.
What up?
But now we're going to answer maybe not us, maybe Bethany's answering some questions from you guys. So, Sarah, what have you got?
Oh man, there's so many. And I'm fielding them the best that I can, you guys. Thank you so much for sending in all these questions. It's awesome. So I'm going to start with Bethany Joy Daily
Okay.
on the Twitters. This is the Twitterverse.
The Twitters.
And she just wants to know what drew you to the character of Stephanie Malick.
Well, I was super hyped to be a part of Marvel anything, and I really liked the idea of playing someone that was a villain. That I got to be somebody that is not just the. I get called it a lot for the girl next door, the cop next door, the lawyer next door. You know, it was exciting to kind of go in and be able to play with that a little bit.
Break that mold a little bit.
Yeah, it's fun.
And now I'm like, we're going to jump around. So it's not going to all be Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. We got some other fun
Okay.
stuff in here too.
Oh, yes.
This is from BJL Source. And she says, you spread awareness about many incredible charities. And what is the most meaningful project you've done or would like to do?
Well, I think the best way to answer that question is just to talk about the two charities that I'm most passionate about right now, which are, there's one called Love 146, and they rehabilitate children that have been involved in the sex trafficking industry. And they do some really, really incredible work. If you get a chance to go, you should go check out their website, love146.org. Find out the story about why they're called Love 146 and what they do and how you can sponsor a child. And it's really amazing, necessary, heartbreaking, and important work. And Equality Now is the other org that I really love and have been super involved with. And they are this group of lawyers that are changing laws for women globally.
That's amazing.
And which is great because there's a lot that you can do to bring awareness for issues of oppression that women are, obviously oppressed all over the world. But there's a lot you can do to raise awareness. But as a lawyer, you can go in and you can communicate with the legislators and the people involved in the government, and you can get laws changed, which is the most foundational way to get things changed. In communities. So yeah, I would say
awesome.
that those are the two I love working with, and I feel passionate about those topics. So anything I can do to help them, I do.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's
like,
awesome.
wow.
Yeah.
Here was another tweet. This was from Simba's Heart. So hope you're watching. Jesse with a little heart.
Simba's heart.
Yeah. And we kind of talked about this, but I think this is just another attempt for you to spill that you're Madam Hydra. But what do you feel about your new character, and what can we expect?
Honestly, that's the last script I saw. I said thank you to everyone. They said thank you so much, and
Like-
that's it. So that's all I know.
The heads at Marvel are like, we know she's going on this one show. Don't give her
Don't give her
another
enough.
script until she's
Don't
done.
give her any info.
To see if she spills any beans.
No, sorry. I wish I knew more. But I everything that you need to know about Stephanie Malick has been exposed, as far as I know. And
Hashtag bring Bethany back.
There you
Madam Hydra 2016.
go. Ooh.
Just saying.
that would be awesome.
It's gonna be a thing.
I've got. Oh, go ahead.
No,
Go ahead.
do it.
Oh, I've got one. Well, Allie233 asks, well, how did this role change you as an actor, if it did at all?
Sure. I think every role you take changes you as an actor. You get to learn something every time if you're open to it. You learn things about, I think, more than what you learn on screen, for me anyway, is what I learn off screen. I always sort of, you take in the environment and you learn things when you're having a long day and it's, you get stressed here or there, and sometimes you handle situations really well, and then sometimes you walk out of there and you're like, damn, I could have done better. I could have handled that better, And it's just, I think it's just the constant practice of being able to be in a super creative environment and just the challenges and the blessings that come with that. I wish I had like really specific examples, but I have to say also, I've never done anything CGI before, so that was really fun. And so to learn, they come up to you with the black marker and they put dots on your face. And
Did they use a Sharpie or did it come off?
It came right off. It was makeup. And
Some eyeliner dots.
yeah. And then the actors that you work with every time. Working with Powers was so cool. I've never shot a gun on camera, let alone a rifle, and shooting skeet. And I got to go do
cool.
gun practice. And
So did you go to a shooting range?
I went to a shooting range. Yeah. Although
awesome.
when I went to the shooting range, because I knew I was shooting skeet, and then I walked in, it was an indoor range, and I went, oh, this is going to be, and they gave me an automatic. So I thought, okay, maybe she's like, this is like an automatic kind of girl, And then I get on set, and it was one of those, you load the bullets and you pop it up, and I hadn't ever used one of those before, so we had to have a little,
Quick hands-on.
Yeah, hands-on training, and so that was something I learned, and
That's cool.
yes, that's it. I always end my sentences with "and." I think I have to work on that.
You learn. I start things with so.
You do?
Yeah, I'm always like, so. No, don't start sentences with that. Just start your sentence. So.
And?
Yes. You also do music besides acting.
I do.
You're also a musician and a wonderful singer, for those who don't know.
Thanks.
I've got Adrika, and she's on Twitter, the CFCPDCM. is the handle. She says, I have my first solo singing and guitar performance on Sunday. What is the best piece of advice that you can give?
Oh man, I know those nerves. I know what that feels like. Your leg starts shaking, and then you're holding the guitar, and then your hands are shaking, and then your voice starts shaking because it gets up here. It's really scary. So try to relax. I know that's just, it sounds trite, but you have to try and relax and breathe through it. And I think connecting with people makes a difference. If you can ground yourself enough and find a couple people in the audience, I know it feels really vulnerable, and it feels safer to cut people off and not connect with the audience. And I catch myself doing that a lot in shows because it's scary to be that vulnerable and look at someone in the eye that you don't know and connect with them in a song. But it helps. It helps with the nerves if you feel like you can make a connection with a person and you're sharing a story with a person instead of just like out into the ether and you know people are staring at you, but you're trying to ignore that they're staring at you. Might help.
If I can ask a question?
Yeah.
You're a musician, you're an artist. Best way to say it is, what song have you always thought, I would love to cover? My twist on it would be amazing, but you haven't been able to yet.
Ooh, what a great question. Oh, man. It's probably a Billy Joel song.
Oh, awesome.
Okay,
I mean, I'm literally wearing a Billy Joel shirt right now. You know, Springsteen also has a great album, Nebraska, which has a lot of great hits on it that nobody really ever gives credit to. But
Good job.
that's like a good. Yeah, do you like that? Yeah, you're
I
a fan,
love
right?
music, so I'm just okay, I'm listening, just taking it all in.
Yeah, it's a real storyteller's album. Yeah, I feel like, you know what, there are songs that I love, I don't know about having ideas of oh, you know what I would love to do? I thought about this the other day. It's my baby shot me down.
Oh,
He
Bang
shot me
Bang.
down, bang,
You
bang.
used to sing
But
that all the
somebody
time,
do
right?
it, big can rang. He hit the ground, bang, bang. A powerful sound. My baby shot me. Yeah, it needs like a. I don't know.
I would love to hear that.
Nobody steal that from me.
They use that in Kill Bill.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
but it's like the very slow
Yeah,
one.
The
it's
slow
Sinatra.
version. Yeah, no, that would be
I would
awesome.
love to hear that.
Yeah,
you
please
sing
do.
that
So
and
next
then
week
send
on
it
the
on
show,
stage.
Bethany's back. It's going to be an all-musical episode.
Well, just
Lots of
sing.
duets.
Just like
Play
Les
it on my
Mis, no
phone.
talking
No
aloud.
talking, just
Everyone
all
sings
singing.
Just sing it.
This tweet is
in
from
everyday life.
Cece.
You guys, if you just want me to stop talking, that's fine. You don't have to threaten me with singing. I don't have to sing, please. What else you got?
Oh man, I'm trying to. Okay, there's so much. Give me a second. Okay, so one thing, since we've got the premiere happening up the road of
Yes.
Civil War.
Yeah.
Are you Team Cap or Team
I'm Iron Man all the way. I don't know what I can say
Yeah,
on
all
here.
the way.
All the way.
All the way.
Yeah.
All right,
Nice.
Now, is that...
Same. That's fine. Go ahead.
We're a nerd level follow-up question. Is
Okay.
that a Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans thing, or is that I stand behind where Iron Man falls on the issues?
I love that question.
It's all about the issues this year. It's election year.
Yeah,
election year.
Yeah, it's mostly an RDJ thing.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
not give credit that.
Yeah.
And I liked the Avengers, and was Captain America in the Avengers, or
Captain
was
was.
he? Because I
Cap was.
thought it was
Yeah.
mostly. Oh, so they're fighting now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so
All for
sad.
some fundamental kind of
I wish.
idea.
What are the
Free rights
issues? I mean,
kind of way?
can you fill me in quickly?
Real quick.
Sorry, you don't have to. I
No,
know.
No, trust
People,
me. People
Civil
love
War premiere happening right this very second. They're actually watching the movie right this second. Jerks. The fundamental conflict is oversight. Captain America thinks the heroes need to have a certain amount of autonomy in order to function and deal with issues as they occur.
Right.
Iron
Safety
Man-
of their families and friends and
for their
yeah.
safety, yeah.
Right.
Iron Man sees the problems that are inherent in that, and he thinks that they need oversight mainly from the government because someone needs to be held responsible when things go wrong.
And they blow up buildings.
If the government is ultimately responsible, then the proper methods can be followed. And so that's the basic argument. And
Sounds like Republicans and Democrats.
Basically.
Ooh, yes.
Isn't that basically, I mean, isn't that basically what it is?
Basically, yeah.
That's where we're falling into the issues right now as far as that. And it's interesting to see how that reflects with the real world, how they're bringing those two together. It starts a discussion that's interesting.
Yeah.
So it's like, wow.
I wonder who wins.
Yeah.
I think the answer is nobody wins.
Well, the fans win!
Spider-Man's in the movie. We all win.
Exactly.
So, last one. We got time for one more.
We
Yeah.
got time for
sorry.
one more. Okay. People want to know if you can give any information on your movie Extortion.
Oh yeah, I'm doing ADR for that on Monday. I'm so excited, you guys. It's really good. I haven't seen the whole thing. I've seen clips and a super long trailer for it, but it was just shot so well. This is a thriller that is set on an island. I'm trying to figure out the best way to describe it. So we have Barkhad Abdi, who was the guy in Captain Phillips, the kidnapping guy in Captain Phillips. Yeah,
I'm the captain now.
Right, yes. And Ian Bailey, who you guys might recognize from Once Upon a Time. I think he plays Pinocchio in Once Upon a Time, maybe?
Yeah, I do.
We're fans.
Yeah, he's so good, and he's a really wonderful actor. And these guys, the directors, Phil Volkin, and they took this script that was for just kind of, it could have just been like, oh, it's an action movie, whatever. And he got these great actors, it's mostly the two of them in the whole movie, and shot it with this DP, Helga Garul, who is just got some really beautiful, very, very gritty shots. And the whole thing is this man trying to get back to his wife and his son, and he's being held, they're being held for ransom.
Oh, wow.
And he doesn't have the money, and it's just, all over the island, and the islands. It's great. It's exciting. I'm sorry. This is why I don't go pitch things, because I'm not like.
But no,
it's like,
that sounds
okay,
awesome,
that sounds
though.
good.
Yeah, I'm
maybe,
already
I
in.
think.
I'm like,
No, it's great. It's great.
I was just like.
It is intense. It is jam-packed, intense. Really, really, really great. And Ian is such a strong actor. Yes, I hope it comes out soon so we can all see it.
So, last thing before we go, no guest who goes on any sort of show is allowed to ever leave without plugging their stuff. You just talked about your movie.
Oh, that's sweet. Thanks.
So, your fans obviously know where to find your music, but for the people who are like, wow, that Bethany,
She's a cool
she's
chick.
pretty awesome. I would love to find out more about her music or other things.
Yeah.
Or what she's doing next.
Yes.
Well, thanks.
So, Twitter.
So yeah, Twitter, Bethany Joy Lenz. Instagram, I'm at Joy Lenz, JoyLenz, and have a blog that I do with a couple other girls called Modern Vintage Life, and it's just kind of like goopy, I guess. I don't know. It's just fun comments and life and stuff, fashion and whatever. And the music stuff's on that site, and sorry, I'm getting nervous.
okay.
Do you have a new album coming out soon?
I am recording music. I'm doing shows.
Your music is also on iTunes, so
Yes, a little bit. It's some of the old stuff's on iTunes. The newer stuff is going to be coming out in the next probably few months. But,
Awesome.
yeah, that's about it.
That's as close as I get. So, Bethany, thank you so much for spending time with us.
Thank you.
And thank you all of the Bethany fandom that joined us this
Thank
week.
you guys so much.
Yeah,
Thank you for all your questions.
Yeah, and you know what?
It was so
You're gonna
hard
have to
to
come back
choose.
next week to find out what we know about her being Madam Hydra.
I know.
Because you'll hear it here first.
Yeah,
most
right here.
likely, possibly.
Possibly, maybe.
Yeah, no, totally. So until next week,
sweet.
again, I am always joined by Daniel and Sarah. You can find them at that hashtag show. So make sure to go check that out. I'm Brian from Good Nerd Bad Nerd, and Bethany Joy Lenz.
Tune in next week. Bye, guys.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.